Now, with what MyCRMsim is awesome is that you don't have to. What about like compliance and regulations? So like, because what this essentially does, I'm sorry, I'm just being devil's advocate. I'm just trying to cover all the bases, right? While this is all exciting and I can see massive leverage, I'm generally the type of guy who's like, when I'm assessing something, I want to like, and it's obviously sometimes to my detriment, and it's being a perfectionist, but some things I think like, well, it's due diligence as well, right? Because of the sheer amount of what you have to go through, right? If you're in US, A2P, if you're in Australia, you got to get reg bundle, go through that process. There's a reason behind it. Now, with what MyCRMsim is awesome is that you don't have to. You just go and plug it in and it works. Does that, just the fact that you didn't have to go through that process, get picked up in any way? Could that be potential risks? What would you say to that?
So, not a lawyer, and we've got clients in dozens and dozens of countries. I don't even know how many countries we've got clients in, but so not a lawyer, and different regulations in different countries. What I would say is that overall, and I think this pretty much applies across the board, okay, for all countries, but again, not legal advice, but if you're a business owner and you've got a customer that has interacted with you in whatever way, shape or form, bought your service, inquired about something, opted in for a newsletter, whatever it might be, you are entitled to send them, to communicate with them through SMS. That's okay. Now, we allow people to do that through an automation, okay, but it's still going through a phone. So that is not illegal, and I don't think any of it is illegal as far as that goes, to do that. And it's just simply making life easier for small businesses, and also for the ones where, like, realistically, there's challenges. A lot of people, they just have challenges with the A2P or the cost or whatever. And personally, I think that some of the regulations that we have in place in various areas as well are a bit too much these days anyway. I think it's unreasonable, some of the restrictions and hoops that certain businesses have to jump through in order to be able to do stuff. So allowing them to do this through a phone, but just connecting and kind of automating and making life a little bit easier for small businesses, they're not breaking a rule because they're sending it through a phone. We're just allowing that to be done in a little bit of an easier fashion and smooth things and streamline things as we do through automation through HighLevel. Now, where people can get into trouble and where it's, again, I can't speak to the legality of it, but where people can or could get themselves into trouble is if they're scraping lists and then cold texting people. Now, that they shouldn't do. That's something that is against our terms of service, and people shouldn't be doing that. And we don't condone people doing